Welcome back to FM Story. We are rapidly approaching the end of Season 5 of the South American Glory Hunter, our first season with Vélez, and we're in the semi-final of the Copa Sudamericana. The first leg did not go to plan. We took a lead, ended up losing the game 3-1. We've now got the home leg coming up. We need to put in a serious performance if we're going to make it through to the final. So without further ado, let's get into the action. So this is the side we've picked for the second leg. We're mixing Gianluca Ferrari through suspension. So Ignacio Vasquez has come in to partner Escudero. And then the only other change we made to the starting lineup from the first leg is Vega comes in and Gomez drops to the bench. Hopefully the home advantage can help us overcome this 2-goal deficit. There's not much happened early. They've got a throw in our half though. Arroyo cuts it out, Barreto onto Lovato. Vega making the run down the left. He's in behind. And that is the perfect start. Early on, we've got a goal back. We've reduced the aggregate deficit to 1. And this is just what we needed. I actually thought we might have delayed the pass a bit too much and Vega might have run offside. But in the end, we get a helping hand with the deflection past the keeper. But that's 1-0. Right, Mikan with a throw. Espinosa gives it away. They go down the line, but no one's there. Escudero brings it forward. Espinosa into Lovato in the box. He's hit the woodwork. And we could have completely wiped out the deficit. But now Monaco to Espinosa into the box. And it's gone behind for a corner. Barreto to take the corner. In swinger to the near post. It's up in the air. Escudero heads it on into the keeper's hands. But we've certainly come out flying at the start of this first half. We've got ourselves back in the game. But now they've got a throw in our half. Cross to the back post. Oh, and we've got away with one there. Header off the underside of the bar. And then we managed to scramble it clear. Felipao goes long with the goal kick. Barreto finds Monaco. A horrible back pass. Lovato intercepts it. And that's 2-0. We've levelled it up. And now, surely, we go on from here and get ourselves in front. It's taken us 25 minutes to wipe out that 2-goal deficit from the first leg. I mean, judging by that back pass, they're not exactly feeling it today. Even short with the goal kick. And they're trying to pass out. Slight concern that we're not really getting close to closing any of these players down. Cross into the box. Luckily, Felipao comes and claims it. Then he goes long. Barreto nods it down. Monaco breaking through. Across the goal and wide for a goal kick. Right, Monaco to Lovato. He loses out. They go just punt it long down the field. Vasquez tidying up. Arroyo just gets there, helps it onto Espinosa. Vega into Monaco. Now, he might have been onside. Lovato was definitely offside. So Arroyo just gets there now. Espinosa brings it forward. Finds Vega, who helps it on first time. Now, Lovato probably was offside, but Monaco coming from behind him sweeps it into the net. Puts us 3-0 up inside the first half and puts us up 4-3 in aggregate. Vega into the box. They've cleared it. But Espinosa wins it back. Escudero Caceres over the top. Lovato takes it down, smashes it home. We're going to get another VAR check, but I think this one might be onside as well. And it's been given. So Escudero into Caceres, who takes it and then just chips it over the top. Lovato takes it down and then smashes it past the keeper from a tight angle. Definitely onside. Lovely touch. And there we go. Half time, 4-0 up. We're now 5-3 up on aggregate and in a really strong position, but we do have a few players that are struggling. It looks like both fullbacks may need to be replaced and potentially Caceres in the centre of midfield, just to make sure that we don't get overrun in any of those areas. We've not made any changes at half time. We'll just give them 5 or 10 minutes and then make the changes. And they've got the ball at the back, but Lovato nicks it. He's through, taking it wide, goes back to Mikan. Escudero into Caceres. Barreto goes down in the box under a challenge. Was he blocked off there? And a penalty's been given. Vega steps up, fires it high into the corner, makes it 5-0 on the night, gives us a 3-goal advantage on aggregate, and makes it a bit easier to make those changes we were talking about at half time. Just drills it into that top corner. Right, so we've made those 3 changes. We've replaced both fullbacks. We've replaced Caceres in the midfield. Espinosa wins it back deep in our half. Vega goes back to Escudero. Vega again. Goes long, looking for Lovato in behind. They've cut that out. But now Escudero to Vega again. Finds Monaco, who goes from distance, and he just didn't dip enough and landed on the roof of the net. And Villa on it right back with a throw. Monaco to Vasquez. Saru, who's come on for Caceres, back to Vasquez. Knocking the ball around well. Espinosa to Vega. Lovato on to Monaco in the box. The keeper makes a great save, and it goes behind for a corner. Barreto to take the corner, in swinging to the near post. Escudero gets his head on it, and it goes over the top. Right, throw for them, swept it into the middle of the pitch. Now they're looking to attack down their right hand side. And let them go a long way. The ball cross comes in. It's still alive. They've pulled it back. We've got a head on it. Now Lovato looks to find Saru, but gives it away. And then they've gone over the top, squared it, and it's deflected behind for a corner. Right, Villa with the throw. Monaco down the line for Baltasar Rodriguez. Tries to chip it infield, it's given away, but Vasquez tidies it up. Saru finds Rodriguez on the right. First time cross, and it was just a bit too high, and the keeper comes and claims it. And then we've forced him to go long. Vasquez wins a header. Espinosa back to Moreno. Espinosa again. Now Blanco down the left hand side. Looks to find Lovato in the box. It's cut out, and they've gone back to the keeper. And then we've won it again in midfield. Now Espinosa turns. Rodriguez in behind the fullback. Squares it. Monaco gets his second of the game. It's 6-0 on the night. 7-3 on aggregate. With still half an hour left to go. We should be pretty safely into this final now. Espinosa finds Rodriguez. Defender comes across to close him down. Squares it. And Monaco just passes it into the top corner. Right, everyone's short with a goal kick. A very short back pass to the keeper. Lovato nips in, completes his hat-trick, makes it 7-0 on the night, and we really have turned up in this second leg. We had a mountain to climb after losing 3-1 away in Ecuador, but we've just not let them settle at all. 7-0 on the night, 8-3 on aggregate. Little Blanco with the corner to the near post. It's flicked on. It's headed clear as far as Espinosa. He cuts back, finds Vega in the box. But Espinosa goes for a challenge again. Now they're breaking. Ball over the top. And we've gone back to the left back. Cross into the box to the far post. Header off the woodwork. And we've scrambled it clear for a throw-in. Right, Pedro Villa down the line to Rodriguez. Into Monaco. Lovato's made the run. He looked like he was in behind. He's been pulled down by a player on a yellow card. It makes their night even worse. They've now had a player sent off. From the free kick, Seru steps up, whips it in off the inside of the bar. It comes back to him. He finds Lovato in the box, but he's offside. And there we go. Full time, 7-0 on the night, 8-3 on aggregate. We've completely turned that tie around. We're into the final. And we're going to play Sao Paulo in the final, who beat Gremio on penalties. Both legs were 3-0. And it's going to be a pretty tough task, I think. But we're in with a chance of winning a trophy in our first season with Vélez. It's time for the final of the Copa Sudamericana, which, rather bizarrely and rather unfortunately, is actually taking place in Sao Paulo Stadium, despite the fact that it's supposed to be a neutral venue. As you can see, we are, apart from Petrasso, who's cup-tied from having played for Independiente earlier on in the competition, we are fully available. We know no suspensions, no injuries, so hopefully we go into the game with a strong chance. Sao Paulo, despite the fact that it's at their home ground, haven't had the best of seasons in the Brazilian league. This season they have actually lost more games than they've won. We've played 3 games since the second leg of the semi-final. We beat Defensor Justiça 4-1 away from home. We beat Platense 4-1 at home. And then we went away to Belgrano and won 4-1 away from home as well. So we're in some decent form. We're scoring plenty of goals. In the last 5 games in all competitions, we've scored 23 goals and conceded 5. So hopefully that means we're in some good form coming into this final against Sao Paulo. And if we can manage to beat Sao Paulo and add that Copa Sudamericana trophy to the cabinet, that's going to go a long way to helping out in the later stages of this South American glory hunt. If we're not having to scramble around for clubs that are in the Sudamericana, it's going to make everything else a lot easier, especially also when, we started in Brazil, we're now in Argentina. When we get to the Peru and the likes, where clubs aren't necessarily going to do particularly well in continental competition, if we don't have to worry about the Sudamericana having already won the Libertadores, then it should stand us in good stead. But fingers crossed, touch wood, we can go away now and pick up the trophy. Okay, so this is the side we've picked for the final. One change from the team that played that second leg of the semi-final. Ferrari's back from suspension, so he comes straight into the team. Otherwise, it's the same team that performed so well in that second leg, and hopefully we can come away with a victory. It's 4-3-3 against 4-3-3. There's a slightly different makeup in the midfield. We've had a lot of the ball early on. We've got an early corner here. Barreto to take it from the left. In swinging to the near post. It's up in the air. Caceres goes down. Espinosa fires over the top and it's behind for a goal kick. We've still had a lot of the ball in this first half. We don't have really anything to show for it. Now, they're in our half. Ferrari, now long, finds Barreto. Arroyo, back to Barreto, back to Arroyo. Ferrari into Caceres in the midfield. He's got time to turn, find Espinosa. He's got time to find Vega, cutting into the box, low ball into the box. Lovato was offside, I think, but it should be even at least hitting the target, surely. And there we are, half-time, 0-0. A first half of very few chances. We've dominated possession, but it remains on a knife edge. Right, we've sent the same team out to start the second half. Arroyo with the throw, Ferrari into Caceres. We're sort of passing around in triangles there now. Caceres with some time, goes back to Arroyo down the right. Barreto into the box. Monaco goes back to Ferrari. Caceres, Escudero. Espinosa finds Barreto in the box. He's hit the post. Vega squares it. And there's Monaco to head home. What a signing he's been since we picked him up in July. Puts us 1-0 up in the final. And based on the possession and the limited highlights we've seen, we probably just about deserve it. Barreto should have scored. Vega crosses. Monaco heads home from about 3 yards out. Couldn't really miss. And now we've got a free kick on the edge of the box. Lovato over it. Over the wall. In off the post. 2 goals in 2 minutes. We've really taken control of the final. And now we just need to make sure we don't do anything stupid in the last 35 minutes of the game. Just bends it round the wall. In off the inside of the post. Another corner. Barreto. Escudero gets his head on it. That's now 3 goals in 4 minutes. And they have absolutely capitulated. Barreto with the corner, just into the near post. Escudero gets his head on it. It goes in the far post without anyone on the post. All right, we made a couple of changes just to help us see the game out. Mikan was struggling, so Blanco's come on at left back. Rodrigo de Paul's come on into centre midfield, and Giovanni Simeone's come on up top. Blanco with a corner, it's up in the air. Ferrari with a header, straight into the keeper's hands. And the keeper goes long down the field. Arroyo takes it down. Barreto heads it on. Now they're coming to attack down this left-hand side again. Across to the right now, maybe. Or are they looking to go through the middle? We're cutting off most of their forward options here. In the end, it's a long ball over the top. It's caught us out in behind, and they've got a goal back. Now we just have to make sure we don't do what they did and concede multiple goals in a short length of time. It was a ball over the top between the fullback and centre half, and then none of our defenders got back in to sort it out. Right, Rodrigo de Paul with a free kick now, short to Espinosa, and he's hit the bar and it's gone over. Right, Rodrigo de Paul with another free kick. This time he goes for goal, hits the woodwork again. Now Vega finds de Paul. It's the byline, and his cross straight into the arms of the keeper. Less than 10 minutes away from winning the Sudamericana. Hopefully we can't throw this away now. Right, Felipao with a free kick for us, goes short to Escudero. He goes into Rodrigo de Paul in midfield. Ferrari to Arroyo. Barreto finds Monaco. He pulls back to the edge of the box as a Paul. He hits the woodwork again. And they've cleared it for a throw. Right, there's 5 minutes of injury time, 4 of them left. They're looking to play their way out from the back, but a poor pass. Ferrari steps in, finds Barreto. Back to Ferrari. Barreto again, over the top. Monaco's made a run. He's got his second goal of the game. It's 4-1. We've got 3.5 minutes of injury time left, and that is game, set, and match now, definitely. Barreto does well. Just cuts back onto his left, chips it over the top, and Monaco had made the run. He's in behind. He fires across the keeper, and surely the trophy is ours now. And Blanco with a corner. It's headed clear. Escudero squares it. Still in the box, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. A minute of injury time left from the goal kick. They've won long. We've won the header. It's all us here. Vega over the top looking for Simeone. It's headed clear, and now they've won long down the line. That should be easy for Escudero to tidy up. Espinosa now. I think we just want the final whistle to blow here. They've won long. Escudero wins it again. Monaco loses out in midfield. And they've pulled another goal back. But we're almost at the end of the game here. It's not going to make a difference. It has ruined that run of 4-1 games we were on since the second leg of the semi-final. But as long as we finish with the trophy, who cares? And there we are, full time, 4-2 in the final. We've managed to pick up the Copa Sudamericana. And that, given where we were in the first month of this season with Vélez, where we didn't know what our best formation was, we didn't know what our best team was, we couldn't bring anyone in because the transfer window had closed before we took over. We've had a pretty decent season. There's still the Copa de la Liga going on. We've qualified for the knockout stages of that. We've got one game left in the league phase of that. We might be able to add that trophy to the cabinet, although it won't make a difference as far as the save's concerned. But this was a big step, winning the Copa Sudamericana. As we said before in the game, now that we've got the Copa Libertadores and the Copa Sudamericana won, we don't need to worry about who's in what competition going forward when we're looking for jobs. And in the end, a pretty dominant performance. The first half was a bit dull, but we dominated possession and we just tore them apart in that 4-minute spell in the second half where we got those 3 goals. And the trophy's ours. So, we've made it to the end of the season. After the final of the Copa Sudamericana, we had the last game in the league stage, the group stage of the Copa de la Liga, which we won 2-1 away at Boca. We then beat San Lorenzo 1-0 in the quarter-final. We beat a Racing Club 2-0 in the semi-final. And we went on to beat River on penalties. Pretty dull game, but we managed to score 4 from 4 to secure the Copa de la Liga. So we had finished the group stage at the top with just that one defeat, 35 points from 14 games. The overall league table, including the actual league season and the Copa de la Liga, we ended up finishing third with 82 points, still some way behind Talares and River. But the way we've ended this season certainly gives us a springboard for next season and what we're looking to do there. Looking at the squad, undoubtedly, Francisco Lovato was a big part of our success this season. 24 goals, 10 assists at just 19 years old. We've turned down some big money offers in July for him. Hopefully we can keep him for next season. Simeone, who we signed in July, got 14 in 24 after he signed. Monaco, who we signed in July, 13 in 22. And the likes of Vega, Barreto, even like Rodrigo de Paul again, signed in July, 8 goals, 11 assists. We've certainly ended the season a lot better than we started. We've kind of moulded the squad a bit. We were able to bring in some additions in July, and we kind of really kicked on, as we saw in the Copa de la Liga and the Copa Sudamericana. Obviously, it means, looking at the trophy cabinet, we've added the Copa Sudamericana. And I think going into next season, obviously the aim is the Argentinian League and the Copa Argentina. I think as long as we don't lose some of our young, promising players that are like Lovato, who've done so well for us this season, we've got to be in with a pretty strong chance of winning at least one of those trophies next season. And there we are, the end of season 5 of the Glory Hunter. We've now added that Copa Sudamericana to the Copa Libertadores that we'd already won. Should hopefully make things easier going forward when we're looking to pick clubs to pick up the rest of the trophies. But join us next time for the start of season 6 and to see whether we can secure those other trophies in Argentina with Vélez. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.